Today we're just predominantly going to just cover the Memos drawer section, so you can just access that by just tapping the drawer, opening and closing just like that. And this is where all your recorded memos are going to store. So in our first series we showed you how to record an actual memo by clicking the memo button, clicking record, saving it, which then automatically just stores in our memo drawer. So the best feature in FusionVOX with having all your memos stored in the drawer is obviously being able to find them, to sort them, to edit them, and even share them. So we can select a particular memo, we can play it there, right there and then, without even dragging it onto the timeline. You can hear there. Go back. So here we can just sort by A to Z, or Z to A, even by time length of how the recorded memos are going, and even colour. So automatically you can see them populated in some sort of colour order there, which is easy to identify. If you want to add a particular colour to a memo, it's easy just by selecting the required memo, and you can just colour them accordingly. One of the other really cool features of the memos in your memo drawer is the ability to favourite them. So if you do have some memo recordings that you find that you use all the time, or they are particular favourites, you can just select them, select the desired memo, press the favourite star, and you can see there it fills with the colour that's matched to it, and as well as a white filled star on the actual memo. And that just means now when we're in the overall sorting drawer, we can just click the favourites, so it just automatically pops up or populates our memo drawer with the favourite cells. Now some of you may be wondering that now that you've recorded a particular memo, you might want to give it a title. There's two ways to do this. You can actually do it in the memo stage, in the memo record stage. You can actually do it there. So I can say memo business. That's one way of doing it. Or you might not, you've forgotten to do it and you've already recorded your memo into the drawer, but you can still go back and have the option of either naming it or even renaming it. So here for instance, I've got a memo here. I can just select the file name. It brings up the keyboard, and I can say, let's say business meeting. That's done. Okay, so you've got all your memos in your drawer. You can sort them, you can search them. Now, what if you want to send a particular memo to a work colleague or even a fellow student or a friend? Easy done. You can again just select the desired memo, press the share button. You've got three options of SMS, email, and even Dropbox. So that just means you can collaborate with your family, friends, or work colleagues with any particular recorded memos that you've done. Same goes for projects, but at a later video we'll go into the projects scenario. One of the other key areas of sorting in FusionVOX is actually the ability to apply a category to particular memos. So you might have sorted some by colour or favourite, but you can now also apply a category to a memo. So here we've got options of notes, business, home, study, and music. And they're sort of just the key areas we think that FusionVOX will be used for, which will be quite helpful for everyone. One of the last features in the memo drawer is the ability to delete. You might find that you've got some old recordings or other memos or notes that you find you just don't need anymore. So we've even put in a delete feature just to allow it to save on space and be able to find things. So that's just easily done by just in the sort drawer, just selecting the little trash icon. You can see the little black and white crosses appear at top left, and it's just a matter of selecting the memo little cross, and you'll get an option there to either delete or not delete. And with the delete feature, you can see there by deleting this particular memo, it will affect certain projects. So it gives you that sort of prompt whether you still want to delete it or not. So that's a pretty handy feature. That's all for today. Stay tuned for our next feature. Thanks for watching.